Hello, everybody. I am here to just pop in and talk a little bit about this incredible portal that we've just crested the end of now with this full super moon. In fact, it's a super blue moon, which is extra rare at this time. And I just got off a call with our Soul Creator Sisterhood Circle. And oh my gosh, we spent so much time just sharing stories of what's been happening in our lives during these last 4 weeks because it's been incredible. The amount of activation, up leveling, initiation, and then rebirthing as we come out of this portal, out of this tunnel of really a birth canal, with lack of a better word. It's just been tremendous. So I'd love to know right off the bat, have you been noticing anything? Have you been feeling like you've just been rebirthed, thrown through a passage and coming out like a rocket out the other side? If you haven't, I'd love to know. If you have, I would love to know that too. But I'd be really surprised if you haven't felt this one. This one has been up leveling like we've never seen before. In fact, the energies of this and the potential transformation or transformative ability of the energetics around this time frame, these last literally 4 weeks, has been unlike anything we've ever experienced as humans on the planet at this time. So if you have been having kind of a wonky time, everything has been coming up or being thrown at you, this is why. Now, it's not for no reason. We have ended now where we are in 2023. 2023, if you haven't heard me talk about it before, is the first year where we have really anchored in the organic template for Gaia and for ourselves, the Adam Kadmon template, the divine human template, many different ways of phrasing it, but it's our original design of humans is now finally coming on board. And so this first year, this is the first year, 2023, where we get to kind of be in our real energy, be in this sovereign, empowered, and joy-filled version of ourselves and let go of so much of the patterning and programming and beliefs and conditioning that has kept us in states of fear or disappointment or judgment. Everything ultimately is coming down to judgment. We talked a lot about that today, actually, on our call. But we've been letting go of so much about that, so much of those feelings, of those thoughts. So if you have been noticing yourself that you have been finding it easier to just kind of forgive and forget, move on with things, have a experience a blow, or what you might have thought about in the past is like, oh wow, this is like a really big blow, whether it's financially or emotionally or with relationships or with your dreams and visions, coming to a head and then crashing and crumbling down. This is why. And a lot of the times, if you have experienced something like that, something that looked like it was going to come to fruition and how amazing it was, and it's so aligned with maybe your purpose or what feels like the thing that brings you the most joy, and then it falls away, don't despair. Know that there has been a really important reason underneath it, that you've been getting a lot of the transformation that is the real gift behind whatever it is you've been experiencing. And that was the real reason why you had that experience, most likely, is so that you could go through and change as a result of it. Not to say that you'll never have that vision realized, but to prepare you so that the next time you revisit this cycle, per se, of creation, you'll have it down pat. You'll be like rock solid, and maybe even a little less excited, but more certain. That makes sense. So anyway, this has been a really powerful time. It's been a time also of very literal rebirthing, meaning seeing yourself in ways that you have never been able to see yourself before. Coming back to that discussion about judgment, where have you noticed in your life, in the way you look at yourself, that you are being less judgmental? Or where do you see that you could be less judgmental, less critical, less needing things to be perfect, which is just a fragment of the mind, a figment of your imagination, of the ego mind that wants things to look a certain way because that's the way it's acceptable. That's the way it should be to fit inside a box. In case you haven't noticed, we are moving out of boxes. And the odd thing is that often we think we're moving out of a box only to get into another box that looks different, that doesn't seem like a box because we're not familiar with that box, but it's a box. Anybody relate to that? So if I could offer a few things just as, insights around where we are right now and how you can best leverage this moon, these energies, this time, the ending of this portal, is a couple of things. One, pay close attention to the realizations and new awarenesses that are going to come up for you or that have been coming up for you. Write them down, because this is not a time when the things that cross your mind have no meaning. They're not just fleeting thoughts. This is a time when our own intuition is heightened. It's a time when we are actually, whether we are aware of it or not, we are letting go more and more of the clutter of conditioned, patterned, programmed, automatic responses to life, to situations, to ourselves. Our thought structures are changing. They're becoming a little more simplified, a little more streamlined. And if you're not there, don't worry. It is about to come for you in perfect time. You may be in the storm before the eventual calm and settling of the sea once more. Think also of the color blue. What does the color blue bring up for you? Blue, through color theory, is a very calming color. It's often a color that you'll see in places where they need people to feel more grounded, more stable, more peaceful. You'll see the color blue. In a lot of energy work, or if you're doing work with like the subconscious mind, we will often get people to like, okay, think of a blue sky, to get them to a place of neutrality, because it's instantly grounding, right? This color blue. There's no mistake that it's a blue moon that is happening now. So think about this color blue. Where could you benefit from feeling cleansed, purified? What could you let go of completely? What do you know in your heart, in the recesses of your mind, that you do not need to carry anymore? That if you were to let go of it, that way of seeing the situation, that way of being with certain people, with your partner, with your friend, with your children, if you were to let go of that way of being, who could you be? This is a potent time where if you reflect on those kinds of questions and come to some solid conclusions, write them down, make a little ceremony for yourself if you want to, and really make the intention to let those parts of you go. You will be supported like you have never been supported before. This time now that we are in, the energies are ripe, they are available for all of us to do this in our own way for whatever is coming up for us. So I would encourage you, anchor yourself to the color blue, whether that is sitting outside, laying on the grass, staring up at the sky. Today, where I am in Muskoka, it is a beautiful sunny day. If you don't have something like that, I have a crystal bowl that I used for our call. And ironically, I did not pick this bowl, but this was the one that came forward and wanted to be part of a meditation that I did. And it is blue. And it's actually an aqua opalescent blue. So if you want to borrow this blue for your own visioning, please do. It's yours. But take the color blue, and whatever it may be, anchor that in your mind, and then bring your intentions to life with it. There is, how should I put this? If you've ever wanted to reinvent yourself, if you've ever wanted to rebirth into like the ideal version of you, if you've ever wanted to just like cut the cords of like all this old debris and the hustle and the stagnancy or the contrast or turmoil that you may be experiencing, and the struggle and the pain, you can use this time to actually begin to cut that all off. It doesn't have to be complicated. It is available to everybody and anybody that wants it in varying degrees. And if you're willing to let go of what it needs to look like to be considered a success, that you did it, that you accomplished some aspect of this to a degree, then it will be very easy. It will come forward. And all I would suggest is just look for the evidence around you. So use the color blue to support you at this time. The energetics and the frequency of that color is what is alive in this moment. It may just sound woo-woo, but really, if everything is energy and everything is light, then there is energy and frequency and a lot of transformational potential that is available in the colors that we play with. So play with blue. Consider what your intention might be in terms of how you would like to reinvent yourself, how you would like to rebirth yourself. And then the third thing is let go of having tremendous expectations. Trade expectation with anticipation. In fact, if you really want to master it, hold some positive expectations. I'm expecting to see myself being able to change, being able to be this better version of me, the me that is more authentically expressed, not just automatically reacting to things around me. And then have the positive anticipation of good things. Let the expectations go and just positively anticipate them coming around. What else is there to share? This is a time when we don't have to repeat things, guys. It's a time when we can let go of all of it. We're stepping into literally the birthing of what many of us refer to as New Earth, birthing of New Eden. It is a time when it really can be done. And so these next several months that we're moving into, as we exit August and go into September, October, November, and then December, are going to be just as transformational as where we have been now. This last month, for most people, if you've stopped to take stock of where you've been in the last 4 weeks, you don't even recognize yourself. You don't feel like yourself. You have expanded beyond who you ever thought you could be. Well, we're just getting started, because as we go into 2024, we are going to be even more, and we need to be even more of ourselves, with so much more less of all of this inauthentic personality, identity, ways of being, ways of feeling, and particularly ways of thinking. So there's still a lot that has to be left behind before we cross that threshold of the turning of the year. And we're going to start to feel the energies of next year really start to kick in September. So we're going to be getting a preview of that, but we're just beginning. So I hope this has been a beautiful time for you. I hope you've been able to see the gifts and see the sweetness amongst what may feel sour, what may look as rather colorful and contrasting. Relax into them and know that you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly who you need to be. And there's no mistake why you have the life that you do. You chose it because you knew you could master it. You knew that you had a lot to offer, and you knew that you had the skills better than anyone else to do your life exactly moving through what you're moving through right now. So please don't judge it. Celebrate it. And we are celebrating for you and thanking you for coming in exactly as you have. So with that, I'll just say we are in this together, and the next months that follow are going to be particularly exciting. So congratulations on making it through another really powerful passage, a powerful portal. And I'd love to know what this has been like for you. Is there something in particular that has stood out for you? Like, what was the major, I'll call it drama, that showed up for you? And drama is not a bad thing always, but it's just like heightened movement, speed, rapid manifestations, rapid awarenesses, rapid, like, oh my God, I have to let go of this and I'm becoming this. I don't care anymore. What was it like for you? What came up for you? What's this journey been like? So let me know in the comments. I'm really curious and I'm really proud of you. Even though we're not speaking live in this moment, I would love to know what it is. And I can feel you. This is a collective journey. This is not just a solo thing. So please know you're not alone. You're not alone. And you're doing a damn good job. So keep doing what you're doing. You rock, you kick, and you are amazing. I'll see you next time.